So what Anderson say?
A lot of coach speak. Just keep working, get good shots, play defense. It was exactly what I expected him. I probably could have written it down before I asked him, but
100%.
Yep.
Want it to win it. We want it more.
That's right.
RESPECT, MICKUIMOUSE. Caressa used just about every inch of that rim, and it wouldn't go when Hilliard's there to come up with the offensive board. Pickett's had the hot hand, and he continues to have it. 11 for Pickett.
Pickett just finds a seam in that defense and makes a great shot. Good fundamental basketball, keeping his head up and going right to the glass.
Largest lead of the game now for Mtn Crest at 24-20. Moore connects. For Grayson Moore. Finds the range. And it's a 1-point ball game. The Bobcats getting set to check in at the scorer's table. Coach Anderson going to his bench early. Moore with another near steal. Pickett leaves it off for Caressa.
That's a smart play. He sees Caressa underneath by himself. Everybody else had vacated. Makes a good pass and an easy layup.
Caressa with 7, 11 for Pickett. And a 3-point lead for the Mustangs. Knowles ties it up. Riley Knowles, 3 shots, 3 3-pointers. 9 points for Knowles, and Mtn Crest takes a timeout in a 26-26 ball game, and it's a 30-second timeout. Gives us a little bit of time to talk. Well, 7 points for Alex Caressa. He was named to Deseret News' Mr. Football.
Pretty good at that game too.
Over the break, yeah, pretty good at that one. He's going to be playing down at BYU as we see a couple of 3-pointers here by Skyview. The most recent one, that one by Riley Knowles, the 5'8" junior.
Got a new offensive coordinator.
Yeah, Brandon Doman.
Yep.
Down at BYU. So I've wondered for a while, and I finally got a chance to ask Alex Caressa, why he wears 7 on the football field and he wears 12 on the basketball court.
You are so observant.
Yeah, it's only taken me 4 years to figure that out.
Well, it took me 4.5 because it just dawned on me.
In high school, and you know what? I've been around high school sports.
7's illegal.
Yep, playing and calling games. I've been around it for 20+ years. You can't have anything between
Can't have anything over 5.
6 and 9. Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can't have those numbers because when the officials call out the numbers for the fouls, it could be too easily misconstrued as another number. Shot won't go by Hilliard. Oliverson bothered it. Moore comes out of there with it.
It's really difficult to report to the score tables at number 67 and cut the foul.
That's right.
You got to use 4 hands, not 2.
It's okay in the NBA where you're making $5 billion.
True.
But it's not okay in the amateur sports. Moore can't get that 3-pointer to go. Hilliard gives it back. And now it's Caressa looking at a 3. That one around and out. And Oliverson grabs another rebound. Just about took the head off of Ty Nielsen, his own teammate. Here, sophomore, this is for you. Bam!
Just remember who's at the top of the food chain.
Oliverson in this game with 6. His season high was 26 against Bear River earlier this year. As we told you before, he gets his points and everything he gets through the flow of the game. You see some players that are the kind of the quote-unquote marquee players, they call a foul down low. Pickett. It's his first. You see so many of these players that get featured, and they can bring the ball up, and they get it every time, and they're jacking up all sorts of shots. That's not how they use him here at Skyview. He's skilled enough for them to do that.
That may change next year when he's a senior, but this year, right in the offense.
Nielsen misses the shot. Pututau cleans up the board. Ahead to Hall goes Caressa, and 1. And that breaks it 26 all tie.
Hall plays a lot bigger than he is. Somewhat diminutive at the guard spot, but he has no fear going up. Takes the contact, and you hope he likes contact. He's going to try out for quarterback next year.
They list him as 5'10". I don't know if he's quite that tall.
I don't think so.
It's 5'10" in the shoes.
Little one-man press in the backcourt with Hall.
Sayama working on him, and Oliverson turns. Won't go, and they're saying on the bounce that one hit the top of the backboard. So Mountain Crest sitting on a 29-26 lead. And they have the ball with 3:45 to play in the third period. Hilliard turns it over.
Good idea if there's that wingspan of Nielsen you talked about. Long arms blocking the passing lanes.
Moore coming up with another loose ball. Down low, looking at Nielsen. His shot won't go. Pututau may have gotten a piece of that. Pututau straight away, working on Oliverson. Pututau with it again against Oliverson. Oliverson with the block, doing a good job of just staying on the floor.
Flat-footed block.
Pututau tried to get him in the air and go up and under. Oliverson does pretty well with his defensive position. Pututau give it another try. Oliverson there again, and he picks up the boards. Pututau left it short. Knowles backs it out. They've got the 5-second count going. They got to 4 before he gave it up.
4.5.
Oh, Oliverson standing underneath the basket all by himself. And no one can find him.
Well, Mountain Crest doing a fantastic job in getting in those passing lanes and really taking the visual game away from Mountain Crest. They can't see the pass that they're supposed to make. From Skyview, pardon me, they can't see the pass they're supposed to make or should make, just like you mentioned. Oliverson's wide open. Pututau
with his second foul. Mountain Crest comes up with a steal. Pickett, charge! So Nielsen draws the player control foul.
That's a good call. Let's see if we can see it in the replay here. Oh, on second thought we won't.
Mountain Crest will extend pressure full court. Bring it into Nielsen, and Hall was holding him. Eddie Hall didn't like the call. He did have his arm wrapped around his back.
I will tell you that's my fault. Because I was just thinking that the officials have been letting them play.
Well, thanks a lot. They've called as many fouls now in this third period as they did the whole first half. Way to go. You know?
I didn't say it.
Some of us have plans now.
There's another one.
Yeah, and Caressa gets this one.
Oh, please stop reading my thoughts. Referee with no hair.
Why don't you think up the winning lottery ticket while
All right.
you're standing here?
It's a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Think up some donuts with some little sprinkles on it while you're at it. Here's a loose ball out in front of the scorer's table. Saved back in by a Mountain Crest player, but it's Grayson Moore that throws it down for Skyview. Let's see if that charges up the Bobcats. Caressa was leaving that one off for Pickett, and it was kicked. Look at this battle down here. It was Sayama.
Couple different possessions in 3 seconds. That's a nice dish. Knowles draws the man to him, and Moore puts it down.
Crosby with the left hand dribble and the right hand push shot won't go. Skyview with a chance to take the lead. Corbell has it given right back to him, and he finds Moore. Rims out of there, and we got a big tussle going on underneath, and Pickett just picked up number 3. No, they get to call it on Corbell.
Jordan Nielsen. Number 34.
Jordan Nielsen, 3-4 instead of 1-4. So for Jordan Nielsen, that's his first, and you can see on your SC Needham Jewelers middle of the block sign of the clock that it was the 3rd foul for Skyview. Like it was Corbell down under there, and they call it on Nielsen. So Skyview can't get back out front. Pututau turns, misses. Nielsen with the board. Nielsen tries to get it back in. It rims around and finally goes down as it's tipped in by Ty Nielsen.
And then he gets run over for good measure.
Coming back the other way, and one for Tyler Crosby.
Basket Tyler Crosby. Foul was on the ball against Don Corbell. Tyler Crosby will hit the line.
Boy, nice presence of mind there. Nielsen picking that ball up on the freebie, and there's the other Nielsen coming in and tipping that ball in for the follow. 30-31, Skyview down by 1. Mountain Crest with a chance to extend the lead. I don't know if anybody's going to be extending anything tonight. This is a pretty tough game.
Crosby follows up his miss and a foul on the rebound. Nielsen may have just picked up his second. And it is on Jordan Nielsen. So Riley Crosby misses that shot. He'll get 2 more. I said Riley, I meant Tyler. I'm living in the past.
You got the last name right.
Yeah. We got about 14 Rileys playing.
Well, in a three official squad like we have on the floor right here, typically you'll see fairly balanced foul calling, but I will say the last 8 fouls have all come from one official. West 1, 7 in the last 8.
Crosby has 3 free throws and he hits 1. It's a 2-point game, 32-30. Mountain Crest with the lead. Skyview with the ball. The Skyview fans want a foul. Well, so does Coach Anderson.
And they, based on the calls in the last 2 minutes, that was a foul. Consistency is what coaches really want when they know how to play the game.
6 fouls in the first half total. 10 fouls here in this 3rd period. As it kind of tightens some things up. Underneath, Nielsen hits the deck. And he'll get 2 shots. He was fouled by Chad Tippett.
Foul is on the Mustangs, Chad Tippett. At the line for Skyview, number 34, Jordan Nielsen.
The replay here, as you see Nielsen get tripped. You didn't really see a foul up top because it was a trip down low.
Jordan Nielsen way short. Woo. That's the first free throw of the game for Skyview.
Well, I don't think Mountain Crest shot a whole lot more than that. About 4?
No, 6.
6. That's about 4.
And they've all been in the second half, I believe. Nielsen makes 1 out of 2. Cuts the Mountain Crest lead to 1. 32-31. Mountain Crest in the second period ran about this much time off the clock. There's 25 seconds left. And tried for a shot at the end. See if they do the same. Try for the last shot. That's probably the plan unless something comes open, right?
That's the plan. Look for Caressa to drive and then dish.
4 seconds.
Skyview knows it.
Caressa. Corbell turns and fires, and it's no good. 32-31. Mountain Crest with a 1-point lead as we enter the 4th.
Academy, your club, your results, your life.